Hello everyone. Uh, on today's session, we'll be discussing a bit more into the technical terms, and like I'll be basically showing you a demo of a recent model, like a algorithm for object detection. This will be like the continuation from the previous session itself, where there was a brief about this topic, object detection. So to summarize the previous session, uh, basically, object detection, as you can guess, is a computer vision technique, but it constitutes of two parts, which is the identification and the localization of in the image. So identification comes in where the object is classified if it's like what kind of object it is, which in which group or class it comes in, like is it a car or a bike or a person or a animal or even dog, cat, or even the species, stuff like that. And also the location, like by bounding it into a box figure, uh, and showing, basically representing where it is in the whole image. And it can do for multiple objects in the same image as well. Broadly speaking, there are two types of like object detection can be broken down into two approaches: machine learning and deep learning. In the machine learning, like certain features of the image are used to identify the objects and to locate them. Like basically, if you use let's take a color histogram. It basically takes covers a certain color, and then or like it uses the edges basically to define where the object is located, and based on the shape of the edges, it decide it predicts what the object is basically. And ML based approaches are basically uh, computer vision techniques that look into like various features in the in a sorry it uses convolution neural network mostly, and like yeah like it has a lot more learning involved rather than just guessing. And like it also helps in predicting what kind of object it is, even though if it's an incomplete object in the frame of the image, it can predict what kind of object it is. So it is much more advanced, and it requires a lot more uh, like processing power and all compared to ML technique. So we'll be looking into some techniques that were discussed last time itself, like few extra ones as well. So there's histogram of oriented gradients, which is a ML technique, which I was discussing a while in the previous slide. Then there's region-based convolution neural technique, and like it keeps on upgrading from that, like RCNN to fast RCNN, faster RCNN. It's basically improvement of the previous generation. And then region-based fully convolutional network. Uh, it keeps on getting more accurate, more faster. Then there's SSD. These were all discussed in the previous session, so I'll be skipping through discussing each of them separately, but we'll be looking into one of them. Then SSD is also kind of new, but then it's also very accurate. So it's been used in a lot of places. Then there's spatial pyramid pooling and YOLO. YOLO, although it sounds like very familiar, but then it is actually you only look once. And it's named such a way because only the image is only shown only read once, and then the model basically predicts where what object is. Like it's so fast that it can predict it like that way. Currently, the fourth version is out as of this year, and I think it does around 200, 203 FPS videos. It can, it's that fast basically. Initially, when it started, it was around uh, 2 FPS, or like it basically took 20 seconds basically to identify and look at the object. Then it kept on improving, and we'll get to that. So basically we'll be discussing about the YOLO algorithm. There's also CenterNet, but then I chose YOLO because it sounded better. But yeah, so YOLO, which I already said you only look once, is kind of a new, but then it already started at, it was launched first in the 2015. And at that time, it had like really good real-time prediction speeds. Like as you can see, like it could basically predict objects at 155 frames per second. And it had an improved accuracy compared to the other models that were at that time, that were released at that time, such as faster RCNN and other stuff like that. But then it also had some shortcomings, like sometimes, although it was fast, the accuracy was sometimes like lower, like it was lower compared to the other models. And also it wasn't able to basically train multiple objects at once. So like, yeah, this was like the first version that came out in 2015, and like in 2017 the version 2 came out, 9000, YOLO 9000 came out, and in 2018, 19, the later on versions came out. Yeah. Okay, yeah, so they kept on fixing it. We'll get to the fixed part. Okay, first the algorithm. If you have any doubts, you can stop me in the middle as well. So jumping to the algorithm, it's quite simple, like to understand or not. Basically, this concept uses bounding boxes. And by bounding boxes, it's basically like a grid system in an image. Like if you look at the image, and let's say like maybe you have tried it, maybe not, but when you try to replicate the image, you make grids inside the image, like equal squares and all, and then you replicate it, right? So basically, an image is taken and grids are made on it. So this model basically what it does is that for each grid, it looks, it checks if there's one single object there, or like maybe there could be multiple, but if it's only inside the grid, then it's fine. But if it comes out of the grid as well, then basically the object is not bound to that grid. So it keeps on making bounding boxes, which like it could be like it's kind of like rectangles like this. There'll be multiple of them. So yeah, it keeps on making such guessing like what the object and where it could be based on those like let's see, edges or colors or stuff like that. And based on the training, it'll basically decide if that is an object. And later on, after it's sure, based on the threshold, like the NMS and the IOU threshold, it'll define like if it's, it'll be certain that it is object or not. So in the calculation, there are a few things like the center of the bounding box that we saw, like this bounding box, the width and height of it. These are already predefined, like during calculation. These are like the parameters that are used. And C is the corresponding to the class of the object, like whether it's a car, is a vehicle, car, or a van, or traffic light, stop sign, a person, or stuff like that. And also the PC that is used is basically to predict the probability that there is an object or not. It's a 0-1 chance. Then Basically, the algorithm is used, like it's not used to search intrinsic regions, rather the probability that there is something in that box or not. So it basically splits it into grid as it says, and then makes a few bounding boxes, as I was already discussing. These are the grids that are made in the whole image. And then the bounding boxes are also made. And then comes the NMS threshold. NMS basically is the non-maximal suppression. And that thing only keeps the best bounding boxes. Like as you can see here, there are 3 bounding boxes here. 1, 2, 3. So this one is kind of incomplete. Like there are a few objects, but then the object that is covering maximum part of it is incomplete around here. Same with here, but here it's almost complete. So basically they combine the ones which feel complete, and then there is the result is like after the NMS threshold, they get a result of an object. Like they are certain that there is an object there. Also, they use the IOU threshold, which is the intersection over union, to see if there are multiple objects within that same bounding boxes, so that they can identify like there's a person here, so that'll also be used for that later on. So this was basically the first model that they came up in 2015. It was mostly Joseph Redman, and then later on, to improve the version, improve the shortcomings, Redman and Farhadi, they basically developed it together, this thing, Yellow, the second version, which had multi-scale training, basically training images of multiple resolutions. And it basically helped, it was much faster and much more accurate compared to the previous version. But then there was also competition with other models, like RCNN also kept on coming in. And there was SimpleNet and SSD also. So they had to keep up with it. And like during the same time, they released YOLO 9000, which had 9,000 object categories using the ImageNet dataset. Okay, now, any questions or doubts till now?
Maybe post demo.
Okay, fine. Okay. So this is the code. This is for the version 3. As you can see, it's using, like these are all known already, like matplot to plot the bounding boxes and CV2 for the computational, like the CNN part. And also there's utils, like there's some extra files as well, utils and darknet that is being used. And yeah, basically, yeah, the configuration is already given for it in the initially, which has all the parameters. And then there's also the weights, the pre-trained weights. Also, the object classes. There are around 80 for this demo, basically. 80 classes. And here's basically the process, basically from the beginning to the end, the training model. And let's take like YOLO currently is being used for, like I think it is used, yeah, for the AI, like the self-driving cars, basically. Like it's the same concept that's being used. I don't know if it's the same YOLO itself, but they're using the same concept where it can basically detect on the go if there's any, like what kind of object is there in front of the car and all, so that it can, and it needs to be fast as well, because if it's too slow in loading, there may be multiple sorts of accidents. Yeah, so here we took the image of a city scene from New York, I think. Yeah, it's being resized into a square. And then here I pass out the thresholds, the NMS and the IOU threshold, as we discussed earlier. And also, here's the actual part where it makes the bounding boxes, and also it defines what objects are there, basically. And this is the output, basically. As you can see, there's multiple people here. There are trucks, cars, there's a bus. Even like a small handbag is being detected. Although a car doesn't need like a handbag or stuff like that, but then yeah, traffic lights also, it's detecting multiple. So like there are multiple things. Like there's this example as well, where there's a good boy and a bicycle truck. Like it's rather fast. This is like taking 2 seconds, but then it can also be done in a video, in like video frames and all, in a live video as well.
It gives confidence of 100%.
These have been trained, like pre-trained models, pre-trained weights, basically.
And what is the feasibility of running, like using this on some client-side website,
Yeah.
like in browser?
Like you have already tried the mobile net, right? SSD. It's kind of like that. Like I'm not very certain how it can be used in the web development, but it has like it's very light, like from what I know. Like you can use it in a mobile device as well without linking anything. You can make an app out of it and then use it in the mobile device as well, and like get live, use it for video capturing, and it'll generate live. I was doing that part also, like the live video part, but it wasn't complete.
And I recommend if people just look into like TensorFlow JS का code कैसे execute होता है, like whether it will use a GPU or it runs on a CPU, or how is it different on different computers and all.
There's also one video.
Like is there is any criteria which we have used for choosing SSD specifically?
SSD
SF,
से सारे detect होता है, otherwise we will
it's
do it again and again for each of the detection.
SSD is much more like
It's better than YOLO.
it's more accurate, I would say. YOLO is slightly faster than SSD.
But what I see from this shown images, it gives confidence of even 100%. Or and the number of objects also are more, like some 9,000 objects are there in this, whereas in SSD, the model which we use, there were 99 objects. So as a comparison, I was just asking like which one is better, and any reason for using that particular over it as a.
Here you can see the live detection.
Yes. So देखने में तो it looks better, but I'm not sure.
उसका model size भी depend होता है, like if some hundreds of MB का है तो you won't use it on.
But like Samudra said that it's lightweight.
No, like
Lightweight.
lightweight as in to use it, yes, but then again, like the model size also, as I said, could be big. Like mobile में तो काफी कुछ like you can keep ना in one certain app. So yeah.
एक YOLO V3 tiny है, देखना पड़ेगा क्या है.
हाँ. And one more question here ke as the name suggests that you look only once, so is it like just if you the model sees a picture single time and it's working, or it's because of the speed?
It's the speed, I think. Like it doesn't take too much, too long. Like
नहीं, like you
just one
want
frame.
over this processing of image multiple times. One go में detect कर देता है.
ठीक है. Like we should, I think we should explore on like feasibility.
There are techniques like say you will do for person detection first and then you do a host detection then, so it's a multiple processing एक के बाद एक.
Okay, so it detects
एक
everything.
image दे दिया वो तो सारे डिटेक्ट हो गया one shot में.
ठीक है. We should look for this as well, possibility अपना use case में.
हाँ वो उधर ऑब्जेक्ट डिटेक्शन का वो लीडर बोर्ड होगा ना, पेपर्स विद कोड में, उसमें सारे टेक्निक्स होगा.
Okay.
स्टेट ऑफ द आर्ट टेक्निक्स सारे देख लो एंड उधर ही कंपैरिजन होगा.
ठीक है.
Okay, it's getting out of hand. The author also made a TED talk. You can check it out. He shows the one I was saying, na, the live part, the mobile part. Like this, it takes 2 seconds for this to load the frame. And then
And this is slow.
Huh.
No?
He's just basically changing the parameters just to show how it was previously, how it is then, how it is
Okay.
now. This is like the latest one that
Okay, faster.
Mhm. This is the bounding boxes that I was talking about. This is from a video camera that he was using. Not a phone, but like a video camera. Live. And he also had an app on his phone. That's it. Thank you.
Nice, thank you.
Have you tried the web worker वाला thing?
Webhook?
Web worker.
Webhook.
I have shared some link somewhere to change the JavaScript वाला thing.
Ha.
You don't use web worker then ये सारे single thread में run होगा. so there will always be blocking.
Async, even if we keep async, then also.
हाँ, like CPU execution में like उसका I mean it won't run as another thread.
Okay.
Asynchronously होगा, switch होगा, but it's not like I mean completely separate thread जैसा नहीं होगा.